The first day of our trip began from New Delhi on two Royal Enfield Thunderbird 350s. With the saddlebags packed and loaded on the bikes, we left Delhi early in the morning. The target for the first day is the Wagah Border and to witness the beating retreat ceremony. Riding through the long straight stretches of the wide and smooth highways of Punjab was a thrilling experience. You feel really safe and confident even when throttling harder. We covered the Delhi-Wagah distance of more than 500 kilometers in about 10 hours. It started drizzling when we reached the Wagah-Attari border, but in no way it dampened our excitement of being at this historic place. The atmosphere inside the venue was electrifying. People were celebrating and dancing along with the patriotic songs played in the loudspeakers. It felt like we were in a sports stadium cheering for our respective teams. This particular VSF officer is one of the many who were cheering the crowd throughout that evening. The scenes were no different on the other side of the border as well. The event began with the parade and elaborate maneuvers of the BSF personnel on the Indian side and the Pak Rangers, their counterparts in Pakistan. Opening of the gates was welcomed by huge cheers and clapping of the crowd on both the sides. There was then a brisk handshake between the soldiers from both the sides. The national flags of both the countries were then lowered in tandem. As the sun sets in the horizon, the gates too were closed. The beating retreat ceremony is an event that has followed since 1959, a symbol of brotherhood and cooperation between the two countries despite the rivalry they have in various fronts. This auspicious event that happens every day before sunset also lifted our spirits, helping us forget the fatigue of the long ride of the day. We woke up early the next morning to visit one of the iconic landmarks of Amritsar, the Golden Temple. This spectacular temple, constructed in the 16th century, is a place where one can observe and experience the Sikh traditions and beliefs from close quarters. People of any religion, caste, color, or culture are welcome here. The temple is a collection of buildings which include the two-storied sanctum, a clock tower, a museum, and even a large kitchen serving meals to people round the clock. Despite facing great turbulence in different eras, this historic temple still continues to attract and amaze people all over the world. After spending a couple of hours in the Golden Temple, we visited the Jallianwala Bagh Memorial, a place of great importance in the history of the Indian independence movement. It houses a museum, a gallery, and many other memorial structures. This narrow lane, which was the only entry and exit point, takes us to a garden that is established to commemorate the British massacre of the peaceful celebrators gathered here in 1919. The central pylon, shaped like a flame, has the faces of the martyrs and their names on it. You can still see the bullet marks in the surrounding walls. Jallianwala Bagh is an everlasting symbol of the non-violent and peaceful struggle for the freedom of India, like the eternal flame burning here. Before leaving Amritsar, we took some time exploring the streets. There are plenty of shops in the busy streets that sell traditional Punjabi artifacts. And the visit is never complete without having the delicious, authentic Punjabi breakfast. We would have liked to stay longer and explore the city, but for now, it's time to leave and continue the ride. We'll meet again at the next destination.